to Java 21, or at least update to the latest version. So I will start by asking Copilot which version of Java is used for this project. So asking a very open question. And as you can see, it's looking at different files that we have in the project, saying that in the project from Maven, it's a project from Gradle, it's looking and it's using Java 17. So now I know which version of Java I'm using. I have the complete access to the file. I can copy the file. But what I want to do is I want to use GitHub Copilot. So now that I have the answer from Copilot, I can create a new issue and go to say, I will close this, update the project from Java 17 to Java 21. Update the configuration file, look and propose some update for the Java code. And what I like to do is you can choose, depending of your knowledge, you can, for example, look at the significant change in the Java API from the documentations. And for example, you have some specific stuff. So I can say, let's take this, put that in my issue, follow the following rules while finding a switch in the Java code. So like that, you can define what are the rules that you want to apply. So let's create the issue. And in one click, so you can obviously go in a deeper definitions on business on what you want to do. But what is nice now is I can in one click prepare the job or prepare the work. So it's looking into the issue, updating the Java and looking at the different phase of the project. So looking into this, the file review, so no Java code to include null set statement for Java 21. This is the stuff that I will have to do. And you see it's looking at the Java versions. So I will say update these Java versions pump.xml. I will say also update, for example, the Docker file to Java 21. Update the Gradle file to 21. I could continue to have the conversations, but I like to have a better control of what I'm doing. So asking for the next step, you will create a plan by what has been looked. So updating the pub.xml, Java versions, Gradle to Java 1, Maven, defining the different file. So explaining what I want to do, add case null to switch to handle statement, and I continue to do that, implementing the different file. So we see that all the files that has been that will be modified by these migrations or update of the application. It will take some time, as many files has to be modified, and some of them are quite big. So as you can see, when the first file has been modified, it's updating the different version. Me as a developer, I can look at the proposal. I can modify if I want the value. So the file will continue to be modified and it's moving to the different file, moving the Java version. So this is a tool to run locally. Now doing the same with Gradle file. So we'll update this to Java 21. So let's wait until all the file has been modified. So let's continue to update some file. So I can see what has been modified, switching from the case this way to this case. But what I like about Copilot, it's the fact that I am in control of what's happening. So you see, if you look at the business logic here, I have a null statement here. Copilot didn't realize that I have the if statement. Not a big deal, right? I can modify the code in a way that I can fix the different bugs. So modifying the bug in a way that it will be compatible with what I want. Looking at the different part of the code here, switching and using new information about the code when needed. So I can also add a file to the plan if something is missing. In this case, as part of the discussion I have with my engineering team, for example, I will say that the Docker file that I have here, and I will say modify, add, and I will update to Java 21. It was missed by the initial plan, so I will just implement the selected file. So let's do this. Looking at the code when is now generated by GitHub Copilot, and you see Java 17 to Java 21. So now I am ready. Either I can continue to develop and use the terminal on Codespaces, or I can now start to work as usual like I did in the past. The first big part of my job has been done by Copilot on Workspace by creating new file, updating the files, modifying everything that I have to do. And now creating a new branch, creating the pull request, documenting the pull request. I'm creating the pull request automatically from here. And I am back in the standard development mode. I can either continue to use Workspace and come back at any time, or go to the pull request, check out the code locally, use Codespaces. And you can see now I also have these features where I can ask Copilot to review the code while Copilot is looking at the pull request change. And you see here, it's providing some information about what we should do, which file has been changed, not enough missing test case, error message should be handled in a different way. So giving some ideas about how bad or how good and what should be improved. So it's not looking on, it's giving some advice for the developers. So now if I want to change that, I can directly go, and you are used to this,